Actually, I was just having fun sitting down there. Manny there was quite happy and content to be sitting down there.
You're right.
I think I will have to sing this song again. I love this song.
Story about that one.
That was the first song Maisey ever sang here at St. Joseph's, and I'll tell you how it happened. You're always desperate for a soloist, particularly at the beginning of the year. I couldn't find one, and I remember standing in the dining room, and one of the third formers said to me, Miss, there's a girl here called Maisey. I said, yes, I know her. She's my whanaunga. I know her mother. Well, Miss, she can sing. And I said, are you sure she can sing? I want quality of sound, not quantity of sound. Anyhow, it was round about study time, and I called for Maisey, girl Maisey. She didn't know what she was in for, but at least it was in the dining room and not in my office. So she came, and this is how it started. Literally, I said to her, sing, do you know how to sing? She said, I think so, miss. I said, well, sing po kare kare. I think you got halfway through the first verse, and I said to her, stop, right there, you're it. And that's how it started. And with both these young ladies, you know, Maisey may have not stood on the stage for a long time to sing, but every time she's back in Hawke's Bay, and even when she was winning all those awards, I'd arrive on a Monday and the girls would say to me, Miss, Maisey's been here. She'd always come back here, bring the trophy, and see the girls. And that's the thing I'll always remember with both these young ladies, and should I say it, te tuakana wana maniapoto. I always also remember Hine, probably one of the worst weeks in her life when she was in Wales, and the controversy over the national anthem. And I was feeling aroha for her, so I rang Moana Maniapoto, and I said to her, Moana, how is she? And she said, and I remember at that time actually that Paul Holmes was very much on your side, and he was feeling aroha for you as well. And I said to her, Moana, how is she? And she says, oh, that girl, all she said to me was, I didn't really think, I thought you just did that, so I did it. And as for Rob, you know, there are certain people, since I have been made a dame, there are certain people who refuse to call me dame. I think some call me dummy instead. But Rob is the same, the humility of the man. I mean, the other night, he won 5 awards. I think it was 5. And he gave half of them away. So he arrived at rehearsals yesterday. You know, we're getting big time now, rehearsal, but no, they just walk in as if they've never left. And he was so tired. And I said to him, why are you so tired? He literally, I think, only had an hour's sleep at that. And he said, oh, well, I was the taxi driver last night. And I'm sure there were past pupils there as well. Not these two, but one standing at the door. So instead of the young ones celebrating his success and his awards, no, ka huri here, he becomes the ponanga, he becomes the taxi driver, driving them home 4, 5 o'clock in the morning to make sure they were safe. And he still calls me Miss. I want that. So kia ora tātou, I thought, yes. And this show, we wouldn't have been able to get all you lovely people here. We did need a draw card. So I rang Maisey. She says, oh yeah, when? And she rang back later and she said, "Oh, actually, it's a coincidence, but Bossy tells me the music awards are on that time." So I said, "Okay." Then she said to me, "No, I'll be there. So you ring Hine." I remember I thought, right, I'll ring Hine the next day. So I went to ring Hine. I'm driving along the motorway, trying to dodge those horrible roadworks over there along Koha Road. And the phone goes, and it's Hine, and she says to me, I stop and I say to her, funny, how did you know I need you? She says, well, Maisey's just been on the phone. So I said to Maisey, rang her back, and I said, gee, wouldn't it be nice? I heard that Rob was in the area. So I think you were at Hastings Boys. So I said to somebody who was going across there, if you see him, tell him to call in on the way back, but he didn't. So anyhow, I said to Maisey, oh, it'd be lovely, if you could get our brother here, Rob. So I waited a couple of days, so we printed off the posters around the place, and I had two gorgeous ladies there. Then Maisey rings me up late at night. She just got back from somewhere, and she says, oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you, Rob is coming. So we had to stop production. So Maisey on one side, Rob on the other. I looked at it and I thought, no, we'll have him to the left of the girls, so that they all have equal place. Engari, I'd like you all to stand and paki for these three here. If it was not for them, we would not have this show. We have raised almost $10,000. And we still have some more to count here. So kia ora koe. So thank you, you three. I did ask Maisey, well, I must give you something. She says, oh, just a kai, that would be nice. Thank you. Kia ora.
E